Okay, Kubota, Honda, rat rod, motorcycle. Excuse my noises I'm making here. Trip over my torture hose. Okay, start over. Honda motorcycle, Kubota diesel. Now installed. Doesn't look too bad. Okay. Alright. Says 1975 Honda Goldwing. I got off my brother-in-law. And after I stripped it down, realized that this was the perfect frame to do this to. The way this thing is made, it's more of a, I don't know what they call this style, but it's like a large box. This thing had a 4-cylinder opposed boxer style motor in it. I found out the transmission actually ran in the bottom of the motor, not off the back, which kind of bummed me out. So I'm working on a transmission setup, and I got a few ideas. One might be a partial hydraulic. Don't know yet. I'm trying to keep the shaft drive rear end in it. I know I'm going to have to cut the frame and lengthen it to make all this work. I hope I don't have to go too far. As you can tell, that motor fit right in that. The only thing I had to do, I had to cut a bar off here from this side over to this side, and I'm going to redo it up here to the top. And the original motor mount down here on the bottom goes across. So the engine in this sits the same depth as the other one, so my ground clearance is equal. The radiator from the Goldwing will work. I just have to shim it out a little bit. Not using their original fan. Their fan was humongous. I'm going to use a slimline that'll fit in there. Electric fan, I'm not running mechanical. The exhaust, of course, when I lengthen the frame, that'll open that rear port for the exhaust. There's my homemade motor mounts sitting on rubber conveyor belt that I cut. Right now it's kind of crude. I just got it finished. I'll have to grind everything. Got the flywheel off of it right now, and it actually will go in. I'm just not going to put it in until I do more of the transmission setup. There's the shaft drive from the Honda. It's just pretty neat. I'm going to have to custom make a new set of injection lines to go from the pump up over this frame rail to the injectors. Don't know yet how bad that'll be, or expensive how bad it'll be. I have a piece of rubber sitting underneath that pulley right now. I had it sitting that way to hold it up to build the mounts. So when I knock that out, it'll sit down on the rubber mounts. This is the side will have, you know, the filter hanging in here and a few other odds and ends. Down the road, if I think it needs a turbo, I'm gonna see what that'll take to do that. This is my first Kubota motor. Never messed with them, except for when I had I have a 2-cylinder in a generator. The alternator fits right on. I took it off just to work on getting this thing in. There it looks as you sit. Let me sit down on it here once. Stand her up. It's really not heavy. Nobody thinks it's going to be heavy, but The weight of the original motor that was in this thing wasn't light. Plus all the crap I took off this bike. The exhaust, there's the exhaust. That must weigh 10 pounds. Well, more than that, probably 15 pounds. Just a lot of junk was on this bike. The electrical system's gonna be fairly simple because I don't have all the coils and crap I'm gonna need for that. So I think it's gonna weigh pretty much what it did. I hope. Got to rebuild all the brakes. They're kind of hanging, makes it hard to push. But there it is. It's episode 2. Next one will probably be getting the injection line, radiator, everything done. Like I said, when I find the right parts for the transmission, then it'll really progress pretty quick. So, thanks for watching.